think we're playing truck swap.
Oh, I know we're doing that.
We're going to truck swap. We're going to get Josh's truck today, and then we're going to take the 54 to Josh's house. That way he can work on it while we work on his truck. Doing a little swap-a-rooski.
Yeah, the barter system works around here.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah,
this is my brother, y'all. If y'all have not met Josh, this is my little brother. That's a lie, too. Everybody just always asks if we're brothers.
All right, let's go get this.
Yeah.
We loading up this hunk of junk, this barn find we found?
Yeah, the parts truck. We're picking up the parts truck.
The parts truck?
Have it.
We can have it? All right.
Out of here.
I spent too much money on it.
It's junk enough for place.
Oh. Well, we're going to bring some other junk over here. Bringing over more junk. All right, let's do this.
Very sneaky.
I was trying to sneak up on you.
Sneaky.
Chase is getting pretty good at backing these trailers up. That'll probably be okay, buddy. That's like a roll. So we're trading Josh this truck for this truck.
54 for the 69.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It was his idea, and Chase said yes before he could get it all out. So we got the bed off Josh's truck. I forgot I had cameras that I was supposed to be using. That sucker looks fat with the bed off, man. It's fat. So we're playing some car bingo right now, moving everything around so we can finagle this bed downstairs. So got an old Mac pulled outside, I'm gonna back snag oil up. We'll pull this bed to the side, then back his truck up and run the bed downstairs. Y'all gotta see what I got to deal with in this place. Look at this. An eagle just flew in the door.
Dude, this is in my mom's garage. And she was selling it in a garage sale. I was like, you're not selling that in a garage sale. That's too cool. I like it.
As it is finally time to get started on this truck, I've got all my tools laid out. You can see here we got these widened fender tubs. They're the factory style tubs, and we got them from Auto Metal Direct. I'll tell you here, the goal is they're wide enough for what we're doing. They're just not tall enough, but we want to try to maintain the factory look of the inside of the bed. The tubs, it's going to have a notch cover for the big C notch, but at least the tubs will look factory. So we're going to have to cut them, extend them. We're gonna have to widen the front and back where the mounting points are, and then we're gonna have to fix the bed so that they all bolt back in and look factory. I'm finna put my head down and get to work. I'll check back in with you periodically throughout the day and kind of give you some updates, but I'm gonna try to get this knocked out as fast as possible. I know it's gonna be a lot of work, so let's get going.
So while Russell's working on Josh's truck and cutting the bed and stuff, we're going to another car show this weekend. We're going to go to the East Texas local car show there, and they're going to be putting it on in Jacksonville, Texas at the Tomato Fest. So we're going to be taking old Mac, snake oil, maybe the Suburban. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the headers. I've got all my header wrap. I've had it here for a while, just haven't had the time to do it. It's going to be a necessary thing that we have to do because it's getting really hot under the engine. This will cut down on a lot of heat. I'm gonna try to take this all apart and figure out how it goes back together at some point.
Saw me cutting the bottom of these brand new fender tubs off, and I'm gonna show you why. We needed more height out of the fender tub. It's wide enough, but it's just not tall enough. And if you look right here, let me show you. I got a paint stick. You see that now that is going to come out further. So I need to cut this end off and bring it out this way further so that this can be a straight line. Because we don't want to go straight down. That would look goofy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this lower flange, figure out how far out I need to move it. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. I measured all this stuff yesterday, like I said. I'm going to extend it 1 3/4, I believe. If I got it all mocked up, then I can just start making pieces, tacking everything together, and then welding it all out.
All right, got the headers off. Now, I decided when we first did this, I painted them with some spray paint, some header. It's actually exhaust header paint. Didn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pressure wash them, try to get as much off, then we're gonna start wrapping.
I want y'all to know that wrapping is really one of my favorite art forms, but I'm gonna have to leave these guys to it themselves. Wait, I'm not talking about that kind of rapping. I like hip hop. These guys are rappers. They're rapping these headers.
Finished up with the wrap on this header. Josh, oh no, I'm about to drop it. Josh helped me get this all wrapped up. It's like a two-man job because if not, it would take probably twice as long. Russell, you gonna help me?
I guess. I'd rather help you do that than do this until I get my blood flowing good. I went and picked up the sheet metal this morning for this. Finished making these fender tubs. I got this one mocked up pretty good. Just got to do a little more trimming for the mounting pieces on the bottom and then start putting sheet metal in.
I had no clue how this job was gonna go out. Like I had no clue what was going on and I was doing my own thing. Me and Josh came over and looked at it and I was like, oh, I see what he's doing. It makes sense. And so, yeah, you just cut those fenders and you're gonna just add metal in between.
Yes, sir.
I had no clue what you were gonna do.
That way, it still has the stock look, but it still fits the big wheels and tires. And I talked to Sylvie yesterday, and he did say we can come by and use the bead roller.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna make some little pieces for the sides so the body lines line up. It's just time consuming because everything's gotta be straight. I want it to mount and look factory. It looks cool though, and that kind of stuff makes me happy, buddy. I like doing this kind of stuff. It's tedious and time consuming, and sometimes it sucks. But at the end, it feels good.
It does feel good. Like last night, those headers looked really good. Yeah. I was proud of myself. I thought it looked great.
Did you stand back and stare at them?
I did. I stared
That's
back.
what I did.
I stood back and I stared at them. So let's get this other one done so we can be ready for the car show tomorrow. Get to work.
It's another day. I've got the two filler panels and the bed pieces mocked up on the passenger side of the bed, and the driver's side of the bed I still need to get my panels mocked up for that, and then I can start tackling these curves on each side of it. Once I get all these mocked up and screwed in place, then I can trim them off and start tacking everything together. All right, I kind of wanted to show y'all how I made this curve on this side. I am no sheet metal god by a long shot. Just kind of have seen and done a little bit here and there and try to get better with every time. And stuck it on the curve here. And I stuck these magnets on that piece of paper and tried to get it as smoothly flowing as I could around this corner. And then I took a marker and I drew me a template, and this is the shape you come up with. Now, if you look here, there's another line on that edge, and I oversized it a little bit just because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a sheet metal know-it-all, so I needed some room for error. So I oversized it about a 1/4 inch all the way around, which gives me room to take off material and fine-tune my fitment. But I'm gonna go transfer 3 more of these to sheet metal, get them all roughed in, and start trying to get my shapes roughed in and bent. Once I have all that done, we're gonna start doing some welding, I do believe. We're gonna double check all of our front to back measurements, get all of our surfaces cleaned up and prepped, and start doing some welding. All right, guys, this is the end of my day. As you can see here, I've got all the corners tacked in, and then I've got my first big flat filler panel tacked in also. And then it'll just be a slow process of welding these out, trying not to get it too hot. Josh is getting new bed sides Monday, so that will allow me to finish the side of the fender well where it meets the bed, and also where the bed side meets the fender well. It's gonna take a little modification there also. There you have it. Both tubs are back in the bed of the truck. They're mildly planished just to get the shape back close to where it needs to be. My next step here is to start getting these bed sides aligned as best as possible because I want everything to be exactly where it's supposed to be. We're actually probably going to test fit the bed on the truck too, because now's our opportunity to do any slotting of holes or anything to get these bed sides fitting the cab in and out as perfectly as possible. Chase is going to Holiday Sheet Metal today to pick up our notch cover that we designed. And then we just have a few loose ends to tie up and we are done with Josh's truck and we're moving on to the 210. I think we named it this morning. Did we name it this morning?
We named it while we were doing this TikTok. We named it the Bastard.
The Bastard. Wes and I were talking about calling it Jon Snow because of the Bastard, but then it would start to get too themey. Like, I don't want to be Orange County Choppers. Building Yankee cars and stuff. So, yeah, just the Bastard because it always seems to get left to the side and we work on other things. So I do a little bit here and a little bit there, but we really want to get it on the streets.
Well, look, we'll just have a whole bunch of bastards. We'll have a whole bunch of bastards.
Look at all these bastards. Look at all of them. They're waiting their turn. But
They might get adopted one day. Might.
adopted or sold?
Well, somebody else is going to adopt them after they pay that money.
Yeah.
All right, so I made it back from Holiday Sheet Metal in Tyler, Texas. Got the piece right here, and now Russell's got me doing a project with some MDF. I don't know, I'm gonna let him explain exactly what I'm about to do.
We had this piece made long so we can trim it to fit in between the fender wells. But in order to make it fit perfectly, we're gonna make a little jig out of some MDF. We're gonna cut this shape out of the MDF, and then we're gonna set those two pieces against the tubs on the inside, and then build us some cross braces so we know the exact width that this piece needs to be. And it's just it's a little extra step, but it's an easy way to get it perfect.
Yeah, Russell just ran straight into the damn stand. And
Why
tried
is
to
it crooked, Chase? And boom,
We did it.
Chase got our little jig fit up in here. So what's our next step now, buddy?
Cutting our notch cover?
Yeah, we're gonna use this now to make a perfect cut
Ah.
on our notch cover.
Oh, we're gonna take this back out, put it on the piece of metal that we've got,
Yep,
and then we're gonna mark it off.
yep.
Shoot, boy.
That's about it on this truck. We're gonna get the bed fit on the truck as soon as we can get some help here to help pick it up and get it set on there. We'll be shipping it out next week, going to paint and body.